Welcome back to Ozarks Fox. Well, some of us might have been sitting at work earlier today and said to ourselves, wow, I really wish I was retired right now, hanging out on the beach or something else. You might like your job, but you still might want to retire one day in the future. So we brought in Randy Lyons from Arvest Wealth Management, who's in charge of getting people exactly where they want to go with their retirement. Randy, thanks for being here today. You know, this is really a lifetime thing, planning for retirement, and you know, it's always probably better to start younger rather than older, but there's probably never a bad time to start. It's probably better late than never. What would you, when you have a client that comes in to talk about, you know, I'm ready to start planning for my retirement, what are the first few things that you guys go through?
So when you initially meet with a client, you need to determine what are their goals. When do they want to retire? How do they want to retire? And starting there and then identifying certain risks, concerns, but you also have to make a lot of assumptions about what's going to happen. How long am I going to live? How much money will I need? What's capital market assumptions? What type of return will I need to get there? And then, of course, big issues, common topics, premature death or long-term care costs are often a big topic of discussion these days. And you just start having that conversation about what's important and trying to formulate a plan to address those concerns.
Sure, and what are some of the different avenues, what are some of the different accounts that you can use to start planning for that retirement?
Sure. The most popular current account that people use is certainly the employer-sponsored plans, 401k plans, 403bs. Anywhere where you get a matching contribution is probably the best place to start. Plus, the IRS put some restrictions on pulling that money out early to try to stop people from taking money out of their savings plans. Using that as a baseline and finding other vehicles to save around, pay down debts, liabilities, and then addressing those different concerns with different types of investment vehicles or solutions is where you need to begin.
Is one of the major concerns when you're planning for retirement, not wanting to run out of that retirement account at some point in time? Is that one of the big concerns you guys look at?
That's one of the biggest concerns people have. Topics about Social Security income and the solvency there is often a concern that people share. But really the question becomes, how do you build upon that and find different avenues of different passive and active income streams to address those concerns and supplement that basic income. As you well know, pensions are mostly a thing of the past, and younger generations certainly don't have the same access that past generations have had to that, so you have to come up with different ideas.
How important is it, you know, if I come to you, I'm 30 years old, how important is it for me to, you know, come up with a budget every month, starting now, working over the next 30 or 40 years?
It's extremely important to have a budget. Figuring out how much free cash flow you have beyond your basic needs, and then determining how to allocate that between enjoying life today, but planning for enjoying life tomorrow. And it's a hard thing to do, but financial professionals can take those assumptions on your risk-adjusted rate of return, your inflation assumptions, your time horizon. And most good planners can give you some guidance on what you need to do to get there and run a variety of scenarios, the good, the bad, and the ugly, to determine what's the likelihood of successful outcome that you're going to have.
What are some of the main takeaways you look at no matter what age a client is when they come in?
Main takeaways are trying to give them a plan or at least a starting point on how to save, where to save. Give them a basic understanding of what options are out there for me and which one is the right one for me. No matter what age, the best time to start saving is always yesterday. But sometimes you're unable and life happens and you can't get a start until you're in your 50s or 60s. And we have to change or adjust expectations of what that looks like to give a realistic point of view and plan that will likely lead to a successful outcome.
Sure. And if you do have a 401k or an account that you have designated for retirement, how often should you be checking in on the balance of that account?
You should check it regularly, but I will tell you the people who likely do the best over the years are the ones that actually don't check it regularly, because trying to time the market is a fool's errand. You can't time economic cycles or market movements, and when you have a good plan in place and you formulated that plan, generally speaking, the best guidance is to stick to it. A better reference point would be every time you get a raise, increase your contribution amounts. Every year that you can, try to raise that percentage that you're saving by at least 1% a year. And once you've started maxing out those plans, start looking for other avenues.
Sounds like one of the big things you need to take away from this is just be disciplined and stick with it once you start.
That's right.
All right, very good. Randy Lyons from Arvest Wealth Management, thanks for being here today. We really appreciate those tips.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more right after this.